Welcome to Grove Bites. I'm Richard Steele. Grove Bites are short interviews with the authors of some of our latest books. Today, Grove Bites presenter Steve Morris looks at the latest book in our pastoral series, Embraced and Included, a disability-sensitive perspective on Christian healing. Steve spoke to its author, Francis Mackkenny-Jeffs.
Francis, it's lovely to have your company today. Thank you so much for speaking with me. Tell me a bit about your book, would you?
Well, yeah, it's my book is called Embraced and Included, and it's a disability-sensitive guide to Christian healing. And it initially, the work came out of really a PhD that I did, which I wrote a more substantial book for, which is on reconceptualizing disability for the contemporary church. And then after that, because we have been involved with the healing ministry, Healing on the Streets, I mean, I used to be involved, but my husband is one of the leaders there now. We knew a lot of people involved in this, and a journalist from the BBC wrote an article a year or so ago saying, "Christians, please stop trying to heal me who's blind." And he was really annoyed about this, and he'd done some research, and he'd talked to people, somebody actually in our network who was a wheelchair user, and she's a pastor. And she said it was so annoying because people would come up to her when she was doing her job, sitting there in her wheelchair, engaging with people, and they'd suddenly jump on her and want to lay hands on her and heal her. And it was, of course, incredibly patronizing and annoying. So we found after this, Damon Rose, his name is, after this article was put out there from the BBC, a lot of people were asking us questions. And of course, people knew I'd done all this research on disability. So I felt that I was, in a way, ideally placed as having one foot in each camp, because I'd done a lot of research, reading how the disability movement felt about the church. And I was kind of in the middle, and I just felt I should write something. So that was my motivation, because my motivation in everything I write is about inclusion. Because actually within the evangelical church, when I was a single woman, I experienced a lot of exclusion. And so that really is what has fueled the passion. And anyway, so that's what the booklet is about. And it's really, I would say at root, it's looking for a change of framework. And we're seeing that our culture is, deeply wedded to fierce independence and perfection. And disability is, if you like, a prophetic sign that comes against that. And that's very painful. And for me personally, that clash has happened in my own life as my son became very ill at 13 with chronic fatigue. And he's still struggling with it. He's 26, very bright, very gifted. And so I'm walking this tension myself. And I do feel that really the answer is for us to be able to challenge our culture and really to see that the gospel is not essentially about a quick fix. We've had a lot of that stuff from America, really. But the gospel is about community and inclusion. And really, God, as the Trinity, lives within this communion of mutuality. And we need to be modeling that in the church and not seeing people with disabilities as someone who's not quite the full ticket, because we're all wonderfully made in the image of God. And being disabled is just one way of being human before God. And so it's a radical shift, really. And it's something that I've been called to walk, and it's very challenging.
If you'd like to read more of Frances' experience and her challenge to the church, then go to the Grove Books website, where you can order Embraced and Included as a print copy with free postage or as a PDF. There are many more great Grove books applying the Bible to a wide variety of situations. They're written by authors who know what they're writing about. Grove Books are bite-sized publications that you can really get your teeth into. Goodbye for now. Hope to see you again soon.